Good evening, everyone. My name is Balaya Ramayo. I want to presenting natural language processing understanding, and as well as I want to just to discuss with our team members about my areas of interest, especially in natural language processing. So this is a presentation. So our today agenda is what is natural language processing, components of natural language processing, application of natural language processing, and steps in natural language processing, and natural language processing techniques and areas of my interest. What is natural language processing? It's a subfield of linguistics, computer science, and artificial intelligence concerned with interaction between computers and human languages, in particular how computer programs process, analyze large amount of data, natural languages data. So, okay, in other way, natural language processing is a strive to build machines that understand and respond to text or voice data and respond with text or speech of their own much the same way humans do. It's a field of computer science and computational linguistics, especially strived by an advanced in machine learning and as an integral part of artificial intelligence. There are two main phases of natural language processing: data pre-processing and algorithm development. Data pre-processing is involving preparing and cleaning text data for machines to be able to analyze. This may be used for segmentations, tokenizations, stemming, lemmatization, speech tagging, and so forth. Algorithm development can be ruled by that there are two main phases in natural language processing: data pre-processing and algorithm development. Data pre-processing is involving preparing and cleaning text data for machine to be able to analyze. This may be word segmentation, tokenization, stemming, lemmatization, and so forth, specially designed for pre-processing that are used for algorithms. Algorithm development can be a rule-based or system or machine learning-based systems. So the rule-based system is especially all based on the rules that are given in using the natural language processing. Machine learning-based is statistical or self-awareness ways of doing things. Components of natural language processing. Natural language generation is components of natural language processing. There are two components: natural language generations and natural language understanding. Natural language generation is a process of transforming data into natural language. Use artificial intelligence powered by machine learning, deep learning to learn numbers into natural language text or speech that humans can understand. For instance, chatbots, voice assistants, artificial intelligence blog writers. Natural language understanding is an artificial intelligence that uses computational model to interpret the meaning of behind human languages. It analyzes the data produced by natural language processing to understand the meaning of your words and the relationship between concepts. Especially this natural language understanding is used in business applications to understand the customer problem in both speech and text. There are some elements. Text mining is the process of deriving meaningful information from natural language texts. Natural language processing is a part of computer science and artificial intelligence, which deals with human language. Artificial intelligence is a broad discipline of creating intelligence machines, or the way which is machines a mimic human being. Machine learning is the science of getting computer to act without being explicitly programmed, that can learn from previous experience. Application of natural language processing. There are lots of application of natural processing because the natural processing is very or started during the 1950s. So there are lots of things has been doing that. Chatbot from artificial intelligence that are programmed to interact with human, auto-complete search engines. Guess what you are typing? Language translated to convert text from one language to another. Sentiment analysis to understand how particular type of user feels about particular topic or product. Grammar check is very important, which is writing a professional report for you supervisor given assignment for your lectures, email classification for promotional emails that we don't want to read, and text classification, and so forth and so forth. The other thing is steps in natural language processing, tokenizations. This is identification. It is placed to retain all the essentials. Stop words which have very little meaning to just reduce. Stemming. This is normalizing word into its base forms. Lemmatizations. A group of together different inflected forms of words to it is rules based on the dictionaries or the information that are stored about how to grammatically or information is taken. Speech tagging or part of speech tagging marks words in the corpus to corresponding parts by, for instance, sentence can be divided into noun phrases and verbal phrases, determinant, prepositions, so on. So namely entity. This is seek to extract a real world entities, for instance, organizations, persons, place, and so forth, chunking, speaking up individual pieces of information and grouping them into bigger pieces like bag of orders. Natural language processing techniques. Basically, there are two techniques: syntactical technique, syntactical analysis, and semantical analysis. Syntactical analysis are arrangement of words in a sentence in some particular order so that make grammatical senses. Lemmatizations, grouping together all the different inflated forms of words. Morphological segment, divided words into individual units. Word segmentations, divide words into its components based on spaces or different techniques. Part of speech tagging determines the different part of speech of each words. Parsing, undertaking grammatical analysis for any sentences. This can be dependence parsing and constituent parsing. Sentence splitting, finding the sentence boundaries. For like pairing, stemming, the process of obtaining root words. The last one is semantic analysis, namely entity recognition to categorize based on the group, organization, person. Word says disambiguations based on the context of the sentence. This is what's termed pragmatical analysis. Natural language use database to drive semantic intentions. So this finally area of interest, my area of interest is for digital customer service for open source electronic medical records in Ethiopia, based on Ethiopian local languages to generate from hospitals to human beings or the peoples or the patients